This is where basketball is up in Darwin. We are very, very excited to have you all here. In approximately 8 minutes, we're going to get into this game, which is going to be a blocking stuff. Perth are currently sitting on top of the points ladder for the NBL Blitz. Melbourne United are looking very strong with a very strong team. We're very excited to get in tonight. If anyone's looking for a bar, we've got a bar upstairs on the left side or behind the blue stands. We've got merchandise inside and out. And we've got food outside of the canteen. We've got plenty in store for you all. We're very excited. So strap in for what is going to be a nice little topic.
The crowd and we call him Oprah because he's given away prizes more than Oprah is back on the show. It's time to welcome the teams, everybody. As I mentioned, this is the Wildcats' third game, Melbourne United's second game. So let's welcome the teams here to cheer on Melbourne United this time to make some noise for them and welcome their team. Number one is Zach.
Coming this September, starring great weather, spectacular landscapes, and possibly you. Summer in the NT. Why wait till December? Summer starts early in the Northern Territory. Seek an early summer holiday in the NT. Different in every sense.
Game 2 of our Wednesday night doubleheader as NBL Blitz 23 continues from the Darwin basketball facility. And it is two of the big names in the NBL, Melbourne United and the Perth Wildcats, continuing their pre-season campaign. United's second game of the Blitz, having gone down to Illawarra by 13 points in their opener. The Wildcats booking 2 wins in an undefeated pre-season campaign so far. And they are looking the goods after missing the playoffs for the first time in 35 years last season. Joel Peterson and former league MVP Corey Homicide Williams with you. We've just seen the Phoenix go down to the Kings by 12 in the early game of the night. Corey, what are you expecting in this one?
Oh, this is going to be a good one. United have not won a game in their preseason. Perth, on the other hand, are undefeated. When these two teams face each other, it's always highly contested and competitive.
Doesn't matter the day or the time.
It doesn't matter, preseason or not. These two teams are going at it.
It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. So United played a couple against Brisbane in Ballarat, then out at Casey. Went down by 28 and by 4. And then Illawarra by 13 earlier in the week. They get Chris Golding back for this game, which will be a welcome return to the United lineup. However, still no Shea Illy, who's dealing with some concussion symptoms, so we certainly hope to see him back out there on the court soon. For the Wildcats, no Mitch Norton, no Jesse Wagstaff. Wagstaff out with a hamstring, Norton out with a groin. But they do see Tayshaun Thomas, who has big raps on the import for the Wildcats. Corey, he gets to step out for them tonight.
This man is a winner. He's a champion. He's a finals MVP. He went to Israel a few years ago, won a championship.
Yep, Defensive Player of the Year, I think, in that season.
And finals MVP.
Yep.
Goes to France last season, was an all-star, and top 3 in MVP votes.
Yep.
So I look forward to seeing him play alongside the great one, the second great one, the great one is Andrew Gates.
Yeah.
But King Cotton, so to speak, that's his nickname for me. And what people don't know about Tyshawn Thomas is he's going to take a lot of pressure off of Bryce Cotton, where he can also close games out. He's a big game player, and I look forward to seeing him play this season for the Wildcats.
And then, of course, we've got the matchup of Bryce Cotton versus the best new import in the league. Just ask him, in Rayshon Tucker, who is an absolute spark plug for Melbourne United.
A super explosive, dynamic player. Can get to the basket, finish around the basket with left or right hand. Real strong body, a highlight machine. I just hope that he can live up to what he's claimed to be. So I look forward to watching him this year. Good luck to him.
He's going to be entertaining, I think, either way, because having seen him in person, it's an experience. There's the athleticism, but then there's also the jawing with the crowd and the flex. 30 seconds into this game, we'll probably see a flex if he's involved. So he's got a lot of energy.
I mean, I love that, because you're talking about a guy that, brought a little bit of that flair when I used to play. So I love all of it. Just need to get a win.
Yes. Yep, absolutely. That's going to be the main thing for them. Dean Vickerman, you know that a Dean Vickerman team's always going to be pretty well prepared. Dave Barlow out there warming up. Retired at the start of September. He's back as a fully contracted player by the end. He's such a valuable presence in that Melbourne United team. 366 NBL games.
Man.
5 titles. And, of course, the other big signing in the offseason, you can see there, number 10, Corey Webster.
Huge.
The tormentor of the Wildcats on a few occasions, just like their new coach as well.
Real good pickup. Reliable three-point shooter. He'll also help this Wildcats team out when, Bryce Cotton might not be having a good one.
It's been a number one option for a long time.
Yeah, so to have reliable three-point shooters on the perimeter when teams are planning on blitzing, doubling, tripling, boxing one, to have Corey Webster on the other wing as a zone buster, just another player to just release the pressure off of you. It's a great look, great pickup.
So Rattan Mays, Porty, Caroline, Golding, Tucker, the starting lineup for United. Thomas, Cotton, Blanchfield, Travers, and big Brady Manick, the big Oklahoman, starting for the Perth Wildcats, who, as Corey said, are 4-0 in their pre-season. United yet to register a win. They close out against the Bullets, so they will have played the Bullets 3 times in the pre-season by the time we get through Friday night and the end of this NBL Blitz. Again, that score from earlier tonight, the Kings 91 over the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix 79, so it's a winless pre-season for the Phoenix as they end their Blitz campaign. 24 points to Kyle Adnam, who was outstanding for the Phoenix. And the big story out of that, the injury to Gary Brown. So we certainly hope that he's back out on court soon, but suffered in the first quarter and didn't return to the game with what looked to be a knee knock. So a storied rivalry between these two sides as they continue their build-up to season 2023. Tayshaun Thomas is going to be straight in there. The opening tip goes the way of United. 3 imports with an early touch. Golding back in the lineup. Porty tries to throw it down. Almost an early statement of intent. Big things expected from Luke Travers this season. Manick can't connect on the 3.
Luke Travers, second round pick of Cleveland, has developed into such a tough player and is coming in with extreme confidence. Coming off a solid summer league performance. Expecting big things from him as the Wildcats turn the ball over early.
Where do you see the jump in Luke Travers' game? Where's the improvement? Where do you think it'll come from?
I think it's on the defensive end and also just being more aggressive offensively. Obviously, the three ball is a work in progress, but nice take by Raton Mays.
Confidence will do him the world of good. Travers foul off the ball as Blanchfield and Golding get tangled up. So the 56th pick in the draft. He's continuing his development here with the Wildcats is Luke Travers, Perth product.
I think this season he'll take on more of a leadership role.
Getting some early touches here, helping facilitate the offense. Thomas with an early touch. That's a bit long.
Fighting for that rebound.
Two imports trying to wrestle it off one another. Tucker and Caroline not quite on the same page early doors. When Tucker gets downhill, look out. He'll come with an almighty rush. Nice defense from Travers. Takes it away from Hook Porty.
I just love the fact that he anticipated that pass and didn't just wait to let Hook Porty get it comfortably on the block. Fought around it and comes up with the steal.
Really featuring him in the offense in the early stages here. Here's Travers moving to the basket. Beautiful reverse layup.
It's a beautiful offensive set. Good back door and finish with the left hand. Good offense by the Wildcats.
Tan Mays thought about the three. Comes around a screen, pulls up, can't connect. Bryce Cotton, one of the stars of the competition, back the other way. Preeminent MVP favourite. Nice move down low from Thomas.
Thomas showing that versatility, putting the ball on the deck, finishing over the next star.
What role does he play in this Wildcats team? Is he a bit of a small ball five, Thomas, in your eyes, Corey?
Yeah, he is. I can't wait to see more of him. Give you more of a correct analysis on what exactly he's going to do with this team. But he's a winner.
So 203 at 109 kilo. As we said, an all-star in France, a championship winner in the Israeli League and the Defensive Player of the Year.
And finals MVP in that Israeli league. In that Israeli league.
Is Golding getting involved early?
At off-balance mid-range. That's what he does. Tough shot maker.
Quiet in their early preseason games. So he missed game one of the Blitz. He had 8 in Ballarat against the Bullets and then 14 at Casey against Brisbane. He sort of threatened to get going a couple of times, but it was Tucker who was the star in the second of those games against the Bullets. Here's Thomas putting it on the floor, blocked by Hook Porty.
Great block by Hook Porty.
You know, that's what he can do. Underneath. And the throwdown on the other end from the big man.
And Dean Vickerman will be happy with that. That's what he's done a whole lot of the second half of last season. Good defense. Travel, Sherville blocks it on the other end. It comes down and tomahawks it.
He is such a powerful prospect. The next star, of course, didn't elect to go to the draft in the NBA.
Best decision that he could have made. Comes back here more comfortable under the structure and the coaching of Dean Vickerman.
It's like an advanced education, isn't it?
Gets more time on the court, gets more opportunity, and it will strengthen his position in the draft this upcoming year.
6 apiece early stages. Golding underneath. Nice pass, Humphreys. To see him back in this United lineup. Hopefully he can stay injury-free.
He is healthy fully and injury-free this season.
Played at an MVP level in stretches in Adelaide.
Oh man, when before he got injured with Giddey, I had him MVP and Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, they were a hell of a 1-2 punch, those two. Here's Caroline on the block, working against Manek. He's fouled.
He is a very strong unit.
Oh yeah. If you're matched up against Jordan Caroline, you're going to feel him.
Well, you better believe it. Tough.
He's a big lad.
Went to uni first at SIU, Southern Illinois University, then transferred after his freshman year at University of Nevada for 3 years. Played in Israel, Japan, Italy, and in the G League.
Bit of a journeyman. Broke Andrew Bogut's Mountain West double-doubles record at Nevada. So 10-6 United. Nearly halfway through this opening term. Earlier tonight, Sydney by 12 over Southeast Melbourne Phoenix to continue their nice form as Travers goes baseline and jams it home.
Good movement off the ball. Gets Travers an easy dunk.
Oh, nice lob pass. Rattan Mays inside, and Humphreys kisses it off the window. So a promising start for Isaac Humphreys. 2 of 2 from the field for 4 points. Both of these teams are into their action early. Cotton going against Rattan Mays. Majuk can't get it to go. Now United like to play with pace, and that's what they're doing here. Is Malowach. Caroline are inside.
Nice drive and take. Caroline, a tough finisher around the basket.
He's got 4 in the early stages. So too is Travers. He puts it on the floor, looking for Manek underneath. Bryce Cotton. How's the stroke tonight? Not quite. 36 in that first game. Just 7 on Monday night against the Phoenix. Wasn't really required to go big. We know the potential's certainly there. Watch Malowach, nice move with the left hand.
That's a beautiful left hand take, and Melbourne United turn it up. Getting stops on the defensive end, getting buckets on the offensive end.
Some nice early opportunities for Makwach Malowach. Of course, plied his trade with the Darwin Salties at the Darwin basketball facility in the NBL 1 North. 25 points a game, so he's well accustomed to pouring them in on this floor. And a nice lefty finish to get him going. Getting past Travers, taking it to the cup.
Melbourne United's defense have been impressive so far in this first quarter. Dean Vickerman will be happy with that. Chris Golan, captain, giving out instructions. Defensive end to the young fella, Hook Porty.
Still only 20, RL Hook Porty. It's a massive future ahead of him. Chwera's in there now for United. Mulawatch. Rattan Mays. Brad Newley checks into the game. Plenty of experience out there for United. Zunic, Webster, Cotton, Majok and Manic for the Wildcats. Bryce Cotton yet to get on the board. Try to kiss it high off the window. Good defence from Rattan Mays. And then Chwera couldn't handle the pass.
Rattan Mays doing the work early. Playing really good one-on-one defense. Getting a little bit of help, but that's exactly how you have to defend Bryce Cotton.
He's going to be so valuable to them at the point of attack this year, isn't he?
He is.
Manic can shoot the three. So too can Majuk. Oh, that one was down and out. Didn't get the friendly roll. Nice ball movement and offense from United, and Humphreys with a straight run over on Zunic.
Easy call for the ref. Wildcats are struggling offensively. Hell of just 8 points.
They were scrappy on Monday night too, the Wildcats. 19 turnovers, a lot of travel calls and uncharacteristic mistakes you wouldn't expect from them. Conversely, they had 39 points off turnovers in their first game against Cairns, so they made the best of plenty of opposition mistakes. Manic working on triplet, turns baseline. Just keeps it alive. Zunic with a quarterback pass, firing it cross court.
And right now is a good example. Quick. Corey Webster just checks in. Nothing really happening with Cotton so far due to the good defense XRM is playing on him. Corey Webster comes in. It's a perimeter J.
Bryce Cotton hasn't scored, but he has had 3 boards, so still finding a way to be involved. Triplet from the corner, can't connect. Humphreys goes upstairs, pulls it down and puts it back.
Good job on the old boards by Humphreys. Humphreys up to 6 points in the contest. You can see the key emphasis as it should be. When Cotton gets the ball, make sure there's a lot of bodies around him. Has to be a team effort at all times.
Dart his way through the trees. Lots of former league MVP Corey Homicide Williams with you on KO Freebies. Night 6 of the NBL Blitz.
Ray John Tucker back in the game.
He's been quiet through 4 minutes. Going to be shots here. That's just going to be a baseline ball. Referee's having a little bit of a conversation. Zunic inside, straight away. No good from Sherville, but he'll get an opportunity at the stripe. Another WA product out of the Willerton Tigers. 3rd season with the Wildcats for the 24-year-old. Really rattles the first one in. So good start for United, 18-11. Still looking for the first win of their pre-season campaign. Of course, plenty of change for them ahead of this season. Porty offloads to Triplet. Big man has a bit of a chat with the referee. Whistle on the play. It's going to be a Perth ball.
Yeah, that's an easy call right there. Over the back. And the young next star.
United in the penalty now. Triplet out there in the last couple of moments for United. Golding, Tucker, Barlow, Hook-Porty. Michael Harris out there for Perth, the Mount Gambier product. One's around and out for Majuk. Spent 3 seasons in United colours. Championship winner in 2018. Tucker lost the ball then on the rebound. Couldn't locate it. Good hustle though from Hook-Porty to come up with the loose ball. No three-pointers between these two sides in the early stages. Both zip of 4. So just taking a little while to find their groove. Another nice crowd in at the Darwin basketball facility. Top end hosting NBL Blitz 23. Of course, pre-season before the NBL 23 season. Great support from the NT government. Golding goes with the left hand. Rebound the way of Hayes Brown. Oh, Webster puts the move on. Zunic airballs the 3. Time for one more possession in this opening term. United trying to push the lead out. I'm sure John Riley will have plenty to say at the end of the quarter to his Wildcats. Porty, Tucker, Triplet to beat the buzzer. Zach Triplet splashes it in from the corner and makes it a 10-point United lead at the end of 1. That's a very impressive start from the men in blue.
Melbourne United getting it done at both ends. 11 points. They have held the Wildcats to in 1 quarter. Bryce Cotton scoreless. And there's the numbers. Bryce, well, 3-pointers. 0 for. Free throws, just woeful in that first quarter. A lot of Wildcats, but on the other end, Melbourne United got a 10-point lead, and it's all from the defense.
Dean Vickerman, that's where he hangs his hat on that end of the floor. They were the best defensive team last season, and it struggled in their earlier preseason games on that end of the floor. I reckon he'd be pretty happy with that, the coach.
Yeah, you would definitely be happy with that. Webster with 2, Travis with 4, Blanchfield with 2. But the thing about playing against these Wildcats, you have to do it for all 4 quarters. So far, so good.
So impressive start from United, looking for their first win of the pre-season. Got a game to come against Brisbane on Friday. The Wildcats rounding out their pre-season campaign tonight. Beat Adelaide twice over in Perth before they came to the top end, and then beat Cairns behind that 36-point game from Bryce Cotton, and South East Melbourne by 16 on Monday. 2 games tomorrow. Tassie and Cairns kick us off from 5:30 Eastern time on KO Freebies. And then the Hawks and the Sixers. Friday, it's New Zealand and Sydney. And then Melbourne United and Brisbane to finish off this Blitz campaign, which has been great fun up in the top end at the Darwin basketball facility. Terrific hosts.
I would love to see a team, an NBL team in Darwin.
Yeah, the subject of a bit of expansion talk with, of course, the 19th licence on the way into the National Australian Rules competition, potentially in Tasmania. And, of course, the NBL's already tapped into that market with astounding success last season.
Man.
Basketball's going ahead in leaps and bounds in that part of the world, but they love their sport in the top end.
They sure do.
And the Darwin basketball facility, a good facility, is part of the Marara Sporting Complex. So they've got the netball across the road, and then, of course, the Marara Oval as well. Not too far away from the airport. And it'd certainly be a tough old road trip.
I hope it happens.
Triplet goes upstairs, can't connect on the three. So if you were going to expansion, would it just be beautiful feed? Travers inside, lays it home. Just the one team to come into the competition? Or is there another market that you think could be tapped into?
I love a team in Gold Coast. Canberra.
Yep. It's really strong basketball history in Canberra with the Capitals, of course, in the WNBL.
Maybe another team in Sydney. Maybe a team in Perth. I mean, Perth is, WA's big.
Yep.
Sydney's big.
And I only have to see the Wildcats have been such success for such a long time, both in terms of obviously on-court success, but massive crowds at RAC Arena over a long period of time.
You know, I would love to see an NBL team. Good hit, Chris Goulden from the land of plenty. I'd love to see an NBL team from the Philippines.
From the Philippines.
That right there
Yep.
would be unreal.
Oh, here's Barlow getting upstairs. Dave Barlow. He was retired a month ago. Here he is throwing it down in Darwin.
Great to see him still be able to get up.
So plenty of life in these legs yet. Manek inside. Yeah, one thing we do know about the Philippines is that basketball is a big deal in that part of the world.
It sure is.
It's a fascinating discussion.
I just love the fact that that's the discussion
Yeah.
that the league's at right now.
Yeah, it's a good place to be. Travers off the glass, can't get it to go. Tucker almost tripped over Triplet. Foul on the play.
Absolutely nothing happening on the offensive end for the Wildcats. Melbourne United's defenses keeping them quiet.
Here's Tucker with a three ball. Rajon Tucker opens his account.
Good hit from the perimeter.
16-point lead for United. Manek steps it back, can't connect. Triplet bounced the ball off his back and then it's out off.
Is it a foul? What's going on?
I think Vickerman's all a bit confused. Bryce Cotton was a bit confused. It is a foul on Tucker.
Okay, here we go.
By the looks. He doesn't seem all that pleased with that. Triplet checks out of the game. Malawatch comes back in. Like 20 minutes and started against Illawarra the other night. Watch Malawatch. Manek looks for the feed. It's going to be a fascinating prospect throughout the season to watch. Big Brady Manek. Thomas inside, great finish.
Good
Strong move.
And a real good find by Luke Travers. Perth running a bit of that flex offense.
showing he's continuing to add strings to his bow is Travers. Oh, they've possessed multiple bows. The rate he's improving. So Thomas to try and add one at the line. He can't. Again, Caroline and Tucker fight for the rebound.
Tucker trying to get everything.
Quite on the same page, early stages. Golding step back, won't go from the free throw line. Caroline knocks the ball loose. Tucker puts it up. That won't go. And another foul. That's a very cheap one. Second on Tucker.
One more foul. United will be in penalty.
It's the old-fashioned frustration foul from Rajon Tucker, who's taken a seat. Cotton looking to get his game going on the scoring sheet. Underneath, Thomas jams it home. Nice ball movement. Golding goes to work. Pass somehow find Caroline. Humphreys kept it alive, but straight to Cotton. A man who doesn't need a second chance. 5 rebounds for Bryce Cotton, yet to trouble the scorers. Travers denied by Caroline.
Beautiful defense, rotating over, getting that block.
Pushes it in transition. He's blocked at the other end. And then takes it upstairs and he'll go to the free throw line.
Jordan Caroline getting it done that last possession on the defensive end. Slides over off of his man and gets Luke Travers. Luke looked like he was getting an easy bucket.
12-point lead to United, 29-17. Second leg of our double header here on KO Freebies. Sydney 91 defeated Southeast Melbourne 79 earlier tonight. Last night, of course, Illawarra by 4 over New Zealand. Brisbane by 1 over Cairns, thanks to Tyler Johnson, who, as expected, looks to be the genuine article for the Bullets. And they've made a very big impression in their early part of the pre-season. These two teams start their campaigns off both at home in the season proper. Melbourne against the Breakers at John Cain Arena on the 2nd of October. And Perth against the Bullets in Perth. That's going to be a heck of a matchup. Round 1, Perth-Brisbane.
Looking forward to that one.
Early season audit. We were talking championships earlier, Corey.
Yes, we were.
Where do you stack these two teams up in your tier system? You've got 3 at the top. Perth were in that.
Melbourne right now would be tier 2.
So alongside Sydney.
Yep.
So who was in your top tier?
Adelaide, Brisbane, Perth.
Caroline gets no help from the rim at that end. Heard Adam Gibson discussing that he thought the rim at that end might be a little bit tight.
I think so too. It has not been friendly at all.
So Wildcats in the penalty now halfway through this second period. United only a foul away. 29-17. Rattan Mays turns the corner. Out to Newley. Can't get the corner 3 to go. Todd Blanchfield back into the game Nice skip ahead pass, Travers to Majuk, who lays it home.
Luke Travers is playing point guard with this lineup. Pretty much was playing point the whole first half.
Yeah, he had the opening possession. It's a nice look from John Really. Really opens up the floor. Gives Bryce Cotton a bit of room to move off the ball, some room to move and fire for Rattan Mays. Webster to return serve. We know he's got that in the kit bag.
Webster's up to 5 points. Rattan Mays is doing good so far in this ball game, creating for others. Oh, my goodness. You saw the strength? Wow.
Jordan Caroline just about shoved Majuk to Alice Springs. As Travers is fouled on the play. It was a show of strength from Caroline at the other end. And a whistle. Rattan Mays and Golding. Chris Golding just making sure XRM doesn't have too much to say to the referees. (32-22). Travers is going to go to the line.
The refs call it unsportsmanlike.
Looked like he sort of clutched his face after he went to the basket, did Luke Travers.
He's up to 7 points.
How good can he be, do you think, Corey?
Well, for me, the way I look at Luke Travers is he can do a little bit of everything. He can guard multiple positions. He can move without the ball. Plays really good defense. He can play a couple of positions on the floor. So this is a guy that's good pass and good finish. Reward the big fella running the floor. Pass by Tucker, showing his ability to pass the ball as well. Back to Travers. I just think he's a guy that can play in a rotation of an NBA team because of his ability to do so many different things. You don't really need him to score. He can do all of the other things. Set screens. Who doesn't love a guy like that on their team?
Not exactly the same type of player necessarily. A little bit of sort of Joe Ingles about the skill set as Tucker drains one from the corner.
2 threes, and that's what Tucker's going to have to do consistently this year. We know he's an athlete. We know he can score in so many different ways. He can hit that 3 consistently. That changes a lot for Melbourne United.
Shot her at 34% in his G League career. Nice fine Newley down low to Humphreys.
And they are getting everything they want. This first half, Chris Humphreys. Sorry, Isaac Humphreys with 10. I think Chris Humphreys.
Former Brooklyn net. Oh, Tucker takes it inside and the foul. And the celebration. Pulls out the finger gun out of the holster. He's fired up.
He is entertainment, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's thrill a minute. He's got 8, all in this second period. Humphreys has 10 for United. They've got a 16-point lead. Oh, he's going to be worth the price of admission to John Cain Arena, is Rajon Tucker. Have those per 36-minute stats. You know, rebounds per 36 minutes. I'd love to see Rajon Tucker's flexes per 36 minutes. Be off the charts. He's full of confidence. It's great to watch. Manek down low. He's had a cold start. Hasn't found anything to go yet. Big Brady Manek. Ton Mays.
Melbourne United is flat out getting it done.
And come to play tonight. Haven't won this preseason. They're looking a good bet here in this first half. Now a walk on Blanchfield.
This is just great defense. That is what's happening. You holding Perth Wildcats to 25 points. Not off rotations. Straight up man-to-man. 19-point deficit. The Wildcats are facing.
Not often they face that kind of deficit, regular or preseason.
Bryce Cotton has a donut.
And not often you're saying that. No points, no assists for Bryce Cotton. 5 rebounds to his name. Humphries has 10 on a perfect 5 from 5 for United. Tucker's got 9. He's 3 from 5 for the field. 4 rebounds. Humphries showing his strength on a number of occasions in this opening half. And Tucker displaying that he can drain it from downtown. Ratan Mays has got 7. 44-25 United. Shooting 54% from the field. Perth 11 of 29, 37%. 1 of 7 from behind the arc, Perth. United have hit 4 threes in the period. 2:22 left. They've got a decisive edge. Bryce Cotton, 0 of 3 to start. Minus 19 in the early stages. We know that he is one of the best, if not the best in the business. And that he'll be bouncing back. 3-time MVP. 3-time champion. Finals MVP. Glittering resume. Oh, Ratan Mays puts Zunic on the floor and then Newley fires the 3. Tucker tries to con the ref that it didn't come off the hands of he and Hook Porty. Floor wipers out there doing their thing.
This is a very impressive first half defensively by Melbourne United.
Considering this is a Cairns team that in 4 preseason games has scored 98, 97, 98 and 87. They've got 25 points on the board with 2 minutes left in the first half. It's been a smothering Melbourne United defence. Zunic lines up the triple. They can't get anything to connect at the moment, the Cats. At the other end, Ratan Mays tried his luck. John really with plenty to think about as he heads into half-time. Manek's been battling his way and finally gets one to go.
He had to do a world for his confidence right now.
1 of 6, almost a backcourt there for Tucker. He went within a whisker. Here he is, Tucker, with the ability to get downhill in an instant. Finishes. And lets Webster know about it.
Tucker's hooping. Tucker got 11. Started off quiet.
Oh, heads up play from Zunic.
Good hustle by Zunic.
Scoots over and then throws it off. Rajon Tucker. 37 seconds left, 19-point United lead. Been a dominant first half. Perth with 7 turnovers. To start, make it 8.
All United. Uncharacteristic turnover by Cotton.
This looks a little bit out of sorts, Bryce Cotton.
He's got to credit the defense, too.
Dean Vickerman's drawn up a scheme that's certainly working. Golding goes to work, lowers the shoulder. The Chuera rattles it home.
It is all United this half.
Here's Webster inside. Manic blocked. Rejected by David Aquera.
Great rim protection. Didn't even get it up. Blocked it while it was in his hands with him attempting to go up.
1 of 7 now, Manic. And then Hook Porty knocks it away from him on the inbound.
They are not making life comfortable and easy for the former Tar Heel.
Averaged 15 points a game in his senior year at UNC. Oh, lovely corner 3 ball to beat the halftime buzzer. So Brady bounces back in a big way.
Yes, he had, and that is a much-needed bucket. Down 18. Absolutely nothing going right for the Wildcats.
Needed a bit of a jolt going into halftime, didn't they? And they got one.
It's all Melbourne United. They are getting it done at both ends.
Spoke about the matchup of Tucker and Cotton. The points so far going the way of Rajon Tucker, 11 points he's got, as well as 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Bryce Cotton scoreless in that opening half. Not too many times that would have happened.
Well, they're not really matching up, so I wouldn't call it that. But he is scoreless. And right now, as far as their stats on the board, it is one-sided completely.
One-sided on the scoreboarding as far as these two teams go. So United 48 lead the Wildcats 30 at halftime at Game 2 of our doubleheader at the Darwin basketball facility on night 6 of NBL Blitz. The Wildcats looking to fight their way back into this one and keep an undefeated preseason alive. United looking for their first win ahead of the NBL 23 campaign. They're up by 18 at the half. Short break. All the second half action coming up soon here on KO Freebies.
If you miss it, you pass it back to your teammate. First one to get 3 in a row wins. Are we ready? Are we ready? Rock, are you ready? Count it down in 3, 2, 1. Go for it. We're going to get a layup and put a piece down. Very nice. 2 pieces down. We're looking for 3 in a row. If you miss it, you pass it back to your teammate. All right, Exeter we go 2 on the board. Exeter need 1 more. Exeter need 1 more. Right, I think that was too easy. I reckon we go 1 more. Best of 3. Oh, you want best of 3? I think it's a jump shot. Do you want to upgrade it? Let's go layups. 1 more round. Exeter's going to take this out. Help me count it down 1 more time. In 3. Oh, that was off to a good start. All right. We got 1 more round. Exciting round.
Oprah can do that, no problem.
All right, DJ Puzzle Master, we need to dance track on ASAP. While I photo on this photo.
A sequel, months in the making. Summer in the NT. Why wait till December? Seek an early summer holiday in the Northern Territory.
Half-time in the second leg of our NBL Blitz doubleheader on KO Freebies. And it is Melbourne United, 48th, leading the Perth Wildcats 30. Joel Peterson and former NBL MVP Corey Homicide Williams with you on your Wednesday night. Great to have your company. It's been quite the boil-over in the first half. United's defence has been swarming and suffocating, and Corey, the Wildcats have not been able to get anything together.
No, they have not. Melbourne United, as you said, their defense has been superb in this first half. But on the offensive end of things, XRM has been running the offense for Melbourne United very well. He's been getting the ball through hands. He's been creating for others. His penetration has been great. Finding others as well as scoring, hitting from outside. So he's had a really good first half. And the guy we're going to talk about a lot this year, Ray John Tucker, has had a really good first half as well.
Yes, his work in putting the ball in the cup was great. His work after was probably just as good.
Yes, it has been. And we cannot forget, pardon me, Isaac Humphries.
Yeah, 5 of 5.
5 of 5. Good to see him out there producing as well on the offensive end.
10 points, 4 boards for Humphries. An assist for him so far. Caroline has 4 points. He's got 6 boards. Tucker's got 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting. He's 2 of 3 from downtown. He's got 5 rebounds and 2 assists. For the Wildcats, Bryce Cotton is scoreless, 0 of 3. He's got 5 rebounds, and they have been trapping him and swarming in at every opportunity, just getting bodies around him, giving him no room to work in. Luke Travers has been almost playing point guard for them. Well, he really has been playing point guard for them.
No Mitch Norton out there.
Yeah. So he's got 7 on 3 of 5 shooting and a couple of assists, but he's been the focal point of the offense. And Brady Manek really only started to get going late, hit the buzzer beater to end the first half. He's got 5 on 2 of 8 shooting, only the one board. Majuk with 4 points, 4 rebounds off the bench, and Webster's got 5 off the bench for the Wildcats. Shooting 38% from the field. Melbourne United 20 of 37 in that first half. 2 of 10 from downtown Perth. United 5 of 15. So it'll be fascinating to see what adjustments, if any, John really makes in this second half. Of course, first year in charge of the Wildcats, having played a key role in tormenting them over the years. Between he and Corey Webster, they've got a little bit to deal with, the Perth fans, in terms of welcoming some former enemies into their midst.
As long as you win in, they will welcome you in.
I'm sure they're
open arms.
Sure, they're a very welcoming crew over there in red in the West. Great to have you with us if you're watching on in the West tonight.
Speaking of in the West, can you imagine Ray John Tucker in RAC Arena with that crowd?
Yeah, I want to imagine it.
Oh my goodness, we're going to see it.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, it is. It sure is.
A lot of fun. A feeling they'll turn up just to see him in action. So second half underway. Rattan Mays, Hook Porty, Caroline Golding, Tucker for United, as you can see on your screen, the starting lineup. Thomas, Cotton, Blanchfield, Travers and Manek as they started the first half, both sides. Here's Tucker taking it inside and picking up where he left off in the first half.
I mean, that's just a great right-hand rip and take and finish. Explosive over the rim, too easy.
He gets downhill, there's no stopping him. Cotton goes to work early stages. He can't get it to go, and again, there was bodies in the way.
Gotta be. One man can't defend that man. Good weak side help and rim protection, making this shot that much more difficult. Hugs 40.
Caroline with the footwork inside. Wildly throws it up high off the glass. Travers out to Manek. Fortunately, he can't pick up where he left off with the buzzer beater in the first half. Game high, 20-point lead to United. Almost game high. It was 21 in that opening half. Golding off a cut. And a nice heads-up play from Blanchfield.
What have you liked so far with Melbourne United, how they've gone about it in the first half?
It's all about their defense. I mean, even in the second game against Brisbane at Casey, they sort of came out and played in fits and starts. Their intensity, their effort wasn't there in that first game against Brisbane in Ballarat. But, yeah, from the word go, their energy's been outstanding. I think Dean Vickerman would be very happy about the way they've brought the intensity on the defensive end. Here's Thomas, who had 6 in that opening half. Pinched away by Hook Porty. Tucker to Hook Porty, who throws it down with 2 hands.
Oh, this is beginning to be a layup line.
Yeah. This is getting out of hand for the Wildcats.
It's just really good defense. They've shut them down and have taken them out of everything they've been trying to do. They have not been comfortable this whole game. It's Todd Blanchfield. Hits from downtown.
You know, he can do that. Todd Blanchfield had over 100 three-pointers in a season a couple of years ago. Rattan Mays, who can't connect. So you asked me, so I'll ask you. What have you liked from United in the first
You're
half?
absolutely right. Their defense, I like the fact that XRM have been extremely assertive and has taken on this challenge to defend Bryce Cotton. They've shared the ball well, and they've really limited Perth Wildcats to one possession, one shot.
Manek almost takes it away. Golding with a hand in the face. Caroline dives on the loose ball.
Good hustle.
Oh, Travers did well. Had it thrown into his shin and he was able to collect it at his feet. Manek and Golding get tangled up off the ball. They have shared the ball, Melbourne United, with the exception of Ray John Tucker and Jordan Caroline trying to out-rebound one another.
Right. That's the only selfish thing we've
The
seen.
only time we've seen a little bit of me time coming into things. Literally trying to wrestle the rebound off one another a couple of occasions. All in good fun, I think, though. At least for now. It is pre-season.
It is pre-season.
A juke into the game for the Wildcats. Manek from the baseline. Cotton. Can he get going? Maybe this is the start for Bryce Cotton.
It cuts the lead to 16. And that's Bryce Cotton's first basket of the game.
3 points, 1 of 5 shooting for Bryce Cotton, 6 rebounds. Tucker tosses it away. Travers. He can't collect. He's down and sore too. Luke Travers took a hit on the way through. He's not in a good way. He's reaching for the left hip. Hopefully he's only just copped a knee and it's a corky or something similar. Oh, Caroline coming in from the side.
Caroline is as strong as they come.
Oh, yeah.
So, Luke Travers is a tough customer. And on this end,
So Hook Porty is really distressed. So that's obviously happened behind the play a little bit. So we saw Travers at the other end, but Hook Porty's gone down in back play. And there's some serious concern, clearly. You could hear audibly Ariel Hook Porty's distress, and several of his teammates crouched around him, making sure that he's okay, or at least hoping that he's okay. So unable to put too much weight on that left leg by the look. So we've already had an injury to Gary Brown earlier tonight, of course, for Southeast Melbourne. And Ariel Hook Porty being assisted off the floor, unable to put any weight on his left leg. So that is a big story to come out of this game.
let's just hope it's not as serious as it looked. We'll get some information on that as soon as we can.
Absolutely. He did seem to be in quite a bit of distress, though, which isn't a good sign. So thoughts with Ariel Hook Porty, who's going to be taken back into the locker room and goes without saying will play no further part tonight. Cotton off a screen, bang. All of a sudden, Bryce Cotton's in the ball game.
And we know this guy can score in bunches.
Don't need to give him too many opportunities. Barlow from downtown.
Great hustle.
Malawatch XRM hangs, can't hit. Just have to pull themselves back together a little bit, United.
I mean, and you have to know at some point Perth are going to go on a run. You just don't want it to be that type of run that makes it a single-digit game. You know, Bryce Cotton scores in bunches. You have to find a way to get back and focus on him and limit him and his opportunities, especially in this quarter.
This man's been a key part of that so far.
He's done a fantastic job so far in this game. One-on-one defense. He's accepted the challenge, and so far, it's advantage him. XRM.
Canadian, of course, played his college ball at Florida State, then a backcourt against Webster. He thought Tucker got a hand in there.
That backcourt is doing a really good job. Tucker and Rathan Mays. Dean Vickerman will be pleased with what they've brought on the defensive end. Bryce Cotton, 6 points, as you can see, 6 rebounds, and 3 turnovers.
Couldn't have asked for any more from Rathan Mays, really. Shea Illy still out of this Melbourne United side as he goes behind the back and puts in the long 2.
Oh, yeah, he's looking the goods.
He's up to 11.
Got that bounce.
Tucker's got 13 to lead all scorers. Humphreys has got 10, and United's lead is 17. But with Illy coming back, we hope soon. Still out with that concussion. Cotton lines up another 3. That one won't go. A little bit of a heat check there for Bryce Cotton. The role of Rathan Mays is really interesting because you assume that Illy probably has that starting spot.
But Ellie has done a fantastic job coming off the bench. Last year, he didn't have the starting spot. Delhi came back and had the starting spot. Good defense again. Tucker in the open court. Finishes easy 2 in transition. 15 points.
Dean Vickerman's got plenty of options at his disposal anyhow.
He sure does.
Zunic, nice feed. Blanchfield can't get it to go. So you mentioned earlier they're in your second tier of championship contenders.
Yes.
What's holding them back from being in the top tier as Malawatch gets inside?
I'm only doing 3 teams. I'm not impressed. I feel that the biggest thing is 3-point shooting. In my opinion, only have one legit 3-point shooter. Consistent. So when you look at Adelaide, where they're at right now, they are loaded.
Yep.
Brisbane, loaded. I just think the biggest question mark for Melbourne United is their ability to shoot the 3. And in this league, you have to consistently be able to knock down the 3. It's going to be defenses designed to make sure we limit your points in the paint.
Certainly XRM and Caroline, it's not necessarily where their bread's buttered. That's where Tucker's ability to shoot that becomes so important. 34% three-point shooter in his G League career. Shown flashes of being able to stroke it. You get the sense he'll be pretty streaky, though.
He is. Oh, yeah, he is rolling. And with XRM rolling like this, all right, then you answer my question.
Yeah. Yeah, that starts to solve some of the problem on the offensive end for United from behind the arc. Lovely move. Sherville lines up a triple. That won't go. Foul off the ball.
XRM has been extremely impressive at both ends in this match.
All of a sudden, the lead's out to 24.
They're getting it done.
Rathan Mays has got 14. Humphreys has got 10. He's still a perfect 5 from 5. Tucker's got 15. Shooting 55%. United. unlike the first game that we had, which was a 12-point win to Sydney over Southeast Melbourne. We haven't had 3 million free throws in this one. 19 between the two sides after Manek makes the second of 2. Plenty of fouls that both teams spent most of that first game in the penalty. Malawatch, the adopted hometown favourite as XRM splashes another.
XRM is 6 of 9 overall, 3 of 6 from 3, 17 points.
He's the XRM factor in this United lineup tonight. Webster rattles one home on the other end. The split at 24 again. Remember, this is a United team that hadn't won a preseason game before tonight from 3 attempts. And a Perth team that from 4 attempts hadn't lost. So it's been impressive stuff from United from the get-go. From the opening possessions, they look sharp and they look crisp. And Dean Vickerman would be pleased with what he's seen, you'd imagine. Foul off the ball. The only downside is potentially the injury to Hook Porty.
Agreed. You'd be very impressed with what your team has showed you today, especially on the defensive end.
Especially from those guard spots too. We know that Hook Porty can get it done inside, but their perimeter defense has been incredible. (68-44), 2.5 left in the third. Joel Peterson and Corey Williams with you on KO Freebies. Night 6 of the NBL Blitz. Tomorrow night we get a look at another one of the championship contenders in Corey's eyes. Here he is, XRM. Another heat check. Adelaide and Illawarra at the late game tomorrow. Tassie and Cairns kick us off. Inside, reverse layup. He's feeling it.
And now he's asking for a sub, rightfully so. Giving great effort and great minutes at both ends tonight, XRM.
Absolutely. And it's the biggest lead of the game at 26. XRM is walking straight to the bench. Dean Vickerman gives him a pat on the backside and says, well done. He's been terrific. 17 points, 6 of 10 shooting. He's 3 of 7 from downtown, which is the big question mark. And he's played a key role in slowing down Bryce Cotton, who's only got 8 points, didn't score in the first half. And the margin 26 the way of United. And it really hasn't been close since the opening stages. Here's Aquera. Back out there, had a couple of nice defensive plays in the early minutes. Tucker thought he tossed it away for a moment, but it was off a Perth hand. Triplet out there for United with Caroline, Aquera, Tucker and Malawatch. Tucker with the athletic move. Can find the finish. Here's Travers, who's been running the point for the Wildcats. Harris into the game for Perth. Down low, Manek makes his move, but stepped on the paint. Hasn't been his night, Brody Manek. Spent some time in the Summer League with Charlotte. He shot it at 40% in his senior year at UNC and 6 attempts a game, so he can certainly strike it from downtown.
He's going to find a stroke at some point. You know, obviously, first year playing overseas, rookie year, proper rookie, and it's just going to take some time for him to adjust and find his touch.
Caroline's frustrated under the basket after he missed, but he pulled it back down. And Malawatch can't connect. And teams will go at him, won't they? As Sherville connects on a three-pointer.
The teams are definitely going to go at him, and he'll get better. It's just that adjustment period, and that's exactly what's preseason for.
Used to the big stage, though. 4 seasons at Oklahoma, at the Sooners, and then a season at UNC. A double-double in the championship game in the NCAA tournament. Webster can't find him with the pass. Tucker to beat the buzzer. Yes! Ray John Tucker puts another one in, and he's again keen to celebrate. Equal game high 26-point lead as we turn for home. He's a thriller minute in one way or another, Ray John Tucker. 18 at three-quarter time for him. 70% shooting. And United lead by 26. 73-47. United fans all over the country have got a new fan favourite, shooting 52% United, 8 of 25 from behind the arc. They didn't hit their first 3 until Zach Triplett's 3 to beat the buzzer at quarter time. Neither side getting to the free throw line with much fluidity. And Perth, 13 turnovers to 6, one of the key stats in the ball game.
Melbourne United have literally shut the Wildcats down. It's a one-sided contest.
Which is not what we expected coming in at all.
No, we did not. You got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, look at that backcourt, 19 and 18. Humphreys with 10.
Yep.
XRM has come to play.
I mean, we have hardly spoken about Humphreys in the last 15, 20 minutes, and he hasn't missed a shot.
And Ray John Tucker ball, and Jordan Caroline 13 rebounds. That's why Ray John Tucker is fighting for some rebounds.
Yep. He's been good, Caroline.
He's been really good.
Again, he's a bit like Thomas for the Wildcats, undersized, big man, about 6'6", but he's strong. He's robust, absolutely stacked. He's Jordan Caroline. So 26 points the spread as we go to the final change. It will wrap up Perth's NBL Blitz campaign, and it's not the way they would have wanted it to end. No Norton out there for Perth, no Wagstaff. Still no Shayeli for Melbourne, and we'll wait to see what the news is on Ariel Hook-Porty, who left the court with a left leg injury.
Just hope everybody that got injured are okay.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Gary Brown in the first game. Cotton from the corner. That one's off target. Gary Brown left the game in the opening quarter for Southeast Melbourne in the earlier game, a 12-point loss. Brad Newley's not happy with the call. Up 26, still barking at the referee. Thomas out there for Perth. He's got the 6 points. Travers on the perimeter. Can't find what he wants. They just haven't been able to get the ball through hands.
Oh!
That's huge throwdown from Thomas, who takes matters into his own hands.
Great finish above the rim.
Where did that come from? Almost the steal in the open court. Cotton flings it his way, and he throws it down again.
Great defense and a great heads-up pass by Cotton.
So a little burst from Tayshaun Thomas. Cuts the margin to 22. Triplet. Wanted the triple. Around and out. Why not feed the ball to Thomas in the mood he's in the last few moments? Oh, Cotton, uncharacteristic, flings it back into play. Travers can't come up with it. Tucker in the open floor. Easy money for Newley.
And that was a turnover that they could not afford because you're down so much. One turnover could kill your whole momentum that you're trying to create. Is that out of bounds?
24 points the margin. 15th turnover for Perth.
Absolutely nothing going on.
18 Melbourne United points from those 15 turnovers. Only an edge of +2, so it's not been a massive factor.
Nothing going on for the Wildcats tonight.
They've looked pretty stagnant on offense, really, haven't they?
It's just great defense, and when you have great defense pushing you out of what you want to run and not making you comfortable on the court, it's a long night. And then your main guys that you give the ball to not getting off. Tough night.
So is it more of a tick for United than a question mark for Perth from what you've seen?
It's a tick for United. They came out and just dictated at both ends what they wanted to do. But most important on the defensive end, Bryce Cotton, you're not going to beat us tonight.
Yeah. They've been outstanding. Dean Vickerman would be so happy with what he's seen. Thomas takes it inside, goes baseline, rejected by Humphreys. And it'll stay a Perth ball. Lead's been as many as 26 on a couple of occasions. Travers, Webster, Thomas out there with Sherville and Blanchfield. Open floor for Newley. Triplet, Humphreys, Aquera, Rattan Mays. Isaac Humphreys has it poked off the rim. So his perfect night of 5 of 5 comes to an end. Toddy B steps into a 3. And the Cats can't keep it in play. They look like a team that just wants that final siren at this stage. United will be very happy with their night's work. It'll be the first win for United in this pre-season. They've got Brisbane on the final night of this Blitz. Friday night. Humphreys hammers it home.
6 of 7 from the field.
Impressive performance from the big fella. Good to see him back, as we said. We know what he's capable of. Sherville. Oh, boy. Almost had to call the windscreen repair place for that. That was a big old brick straight into the glass. Triplet from downtown, can't get it to go. United defense has not relented. Travers straight away. Rebound to Webster. He likes what he sees. Ten for Corey Webster. He's going to be such an important part of everything the Wildcats hoping to do in NBL 23. Brings them a huge amount of scoring punch and experience in big games too.
Three-time champion.
Aquera beats the shot clock buzzer.
It is all happening for United tonight. Time out.
Back at 26, so an equal game high again. 5 minutes 30 left in the ball game. There's a few smiles on that United bench, and well might there be. Throw down from Thomas. A couple of nice jams here in this final quarter.
This has seriously been impressive. And what's impressive is, again, the defense. XRM took it personal to defend Bryce Cotton. And he did an exceptional job today. Not to mention getting busy on the offensive end.
Yep. So 19 points on 7 of 11 shooting to go with everything he's done on against Cotton. Now, I reckon playing on Bryce Cotton wouldn't exactly be a walk in the park. You'd be pretty gassed.
Not at all. It would definitely not be a walk in the park. He doesn't stop moving. He's done a really good job tonight.
He's still out there too, earning some big brownie points with Dean Vickerman. Sherville goes baseline, can't get it to go. Caroline's back out there. 4 points, 13 rebounds, 5 offensive boards for Jordan Caroline. Triplet bounces it off his knee. Webster readjusts. Can't hit. Caroline's blocked by Majuk. Little bit of weak side help from Majuk. Now they skip the ball around. Blanchfield deep. Way off. Don't see that often from Todd Blanchfield. That's a sign that it's just not Perth's night. And it is this man's night.
It
that
sure
is.
is.
For sure.
It for sure is his night. It is his night.
4 of 8, 8 of 12 overall. Xavier Ratan-Mays making a statement with 22 points. And plenty of great defense. Majuk inside. He's able to hit. 27 points is a new game-high lead. Aquera kisses it high off the window.
I mean, everybody's coming in and getting buckets. This is a buffet.
They might get to 100 at this rate, still United. Sherville, nice move. Absorbs the contact and gets it to go. He'll go to the stripe. So tomorrow night, Tassie and Cairns in the first leg of the doubleheader. Tassie a little bit indifferent to start, but Cairns have shown some good signs.
Yeah, Kansas is going to be a tough beat this year. They're one of those teams that don't think you're just going to rock up and get a W. You're going to have to play because they're playing with free.
Yep. DJ Hogg at any moment could go off.
We are complete underdogs.
Yep.
And that's a dangerous team when you're not expected to win.
Keanu Pinders showed his stuff. And then a couple of unbeaten teams in the NBL Blitz go at it tomorrow night. Illawarra and Adelaide. Adelaide are in your big three. Corey, it's Aquera. Nice footwork.
Aquera out there, he working.
Yeah.
This is not garbage time for him. He's trying to get minutes off that bench.
Webster steps back. Can't get it to go. So Illawarra, Adelaide tomorrow night.
Adelaide, the real deal, man. Illawarra, they're another team there are no easy beats in this league.
Yep.
That's what's awesome about the competition.
It's even at the top, and it's even all the way through.
Oh, yeah. Any given game, you don't show up. You can't just have a subpar performance and think that's going to get you over the edge. That's not this league.
28-point lead to United now. As you can see, have a subpar performance, you'll find a long way behind.
Exactly.
Majuk tried to take it inside, and it's going to be a United ball. Tucker's back out there now for United. Aquera, Caroline, Malawatch and Triplet. Hayes, Brown, Zunic, Webster, Harris and Majuk out there for Perth. 2 minutes and change remaining. United kick it around. Quera tried to fling it cross court. Majuk in there for the steal. Almost lost the handle at midcourt. Swooping inside. Nice play from Harris. Coming off a really solid season in the NBL 1 with the Mount Gambier Pioneers. Very proud and successful club, Mount Gambier, in the NBL 1 and former the SEABL competition. Out there in southeast and South Australia, beautiful part of the world. You ventured to Mount Gambier before, Corey?
I haven't.
You've seen the lakes? They've got these two big lakes. They're glimmering bright blue water.
Yeah.
Looks as pure as pure. Lovely part of the world. Nice botanic gardens in the main part of town. A pretty tough out. Tough road trip for a lot of NBL 1 clubs and SEABL clubs along a long period of time to Mount Gambier. It was feared going into the Pioneers' house by a lot of SEABL teams over a long period of time. Michael Harris out there for Perth from that part of the world. Triplet throws it away looking for Barlow. So a minute and a half remaining. Second leg of the doubleheader. NBL Blitz. KO freebies, of course. Tomorrow night and Friday night's action also available on KO freebies. Triplet lines up the triple.
They might hit 100.
They could still get there. They're going to need to get a move on.
Nah, they're not hitting 100. And it's been a fantastic performance. Get their first win of preseason.
Yep, so lost twice to the Bullets and then lost to the Hawks. They've got the Bullets again later in the Blitz to finish things off on Friday night. Malawatch can't hit. It's poked away from Webster. So 22 points to Xavier Rattan-Mays, 18 points to Ray John Tucker, and 12 to Humphreys on 6 of 7 shooting. Webster and Thomas each with 10 for the Wildcats, and Cotton has 8. And they're still ramping up the defensive intensity as Caroline comes flying out towards Zunic. And the concern, obviously the injury to Ariel Hukporti. Looked like a lower leg injury on his left leg, and couldn't put any weight on it as he left the court. He was in audible agony as he was laying on the floor. So our best wishes with the young next star, the Togolese prospect, that it's not too serious an injury. Of course, NBL website for all the latest news. Webster gets inside. Quera goes flying among all that. He's taken a heavy landing.
Looks like he's all right.
Good to see. Of course, United in their new navy home uniforms for this season. The blue accent. Perth in their red with a little bit of the Indigenous design down the flanks, as we saw with Sydney earlier in that beautiful pinstripe purple number. So it's going to be a 27-point lead to United with a couple of possessions remaining. They led by as many as 29 earlier in this term. So it's been a blowout, really, from the word go.
Sure has. That's what happens when you come in and handle business. But it started again on the defensive end. Very impressive performance.
Here's Caroline to finish things off. Can't connect from the corner. And another game in the books. Finally for United, a win in the books in their NBL 23 build-up. They smash the Wildcats 90-63. And Perth's Blitz campaign ends on a sour note. 22 points to Xavier Rattan-Mays. Ray John Tucker with 18. And Corey Williams, the story of the night was really the defensive end for Melbourne.
Very impressive. I mean, we all know that that's been the blueprint to their success. Dean Vickerman preaches defense. You want to play here, you got to lock up on defense. And this was a beautiful thing to watch this evening.
Don't imagine Dean Vickerman could have been much more pleased with what he saw. And then, of course, for Perth, a little bit of work to do before they start their campaign against Brisbane. Two of the big guns in the competition. Saturday, October 2, Melbourne kicking off their season against... Sunday, October 2, Melbourne kicking off their season against New Zealand, which won't be a tough assignment, an easy assignment either.
You got to show up again. This ain't a cupcake league. I've been saying it for years. If you don't show up, you will go home with an L.
You're going to get found out, as the Wildcats did tonight. A couple of highlight plays, celebrations from Ray John Tucker throughout. He provided us with plenty of energy and plenty of entertainment. So the winners on night 6 of NBL Blitz, the Sydney Kings over the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, and Melbourne over Perth. Tomorrow night, Tassie and Cairns from 5:30 Eastern, Illawarra and Adelaide from 8 o'clock Eastern. Plenty more NBL Blitz action to come. You'll catch it all right here on KO Freebies. For now, thanks for your company this evening. Enjoy the rest of your night.
All right, Caitlin across the